Hello, and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. Today, we're going to talk about the best strategy in a bull run, and definitely in an altcoin bull run. Now, the strategy is kind of dependent on that not all the altcoins will actually moon at the same time. And if you look at 2017, indeed, not all of them mooned at the same time. Now, now several of them did actually moon at the same time. XRP, Cardano, Tron, they actually did moon on the same day, but others like LTC, BTC, Ethereum did not hit their max on that day. In fact, they are several weeks apart. So this is one of those reasons that why you should definitely diversify, because it gives you a chance to go from peak to peak. You won't be doing with your entire stack, and you don't have to time it exactly right. I think one of the most common excuses I hear for not doing this is I can't time it exactly right. But here's the thing, you don't have to time it exactly right. You can miss by a whole lot and you can still make a lot more than going from just sticking with one coin. Remember, the point of investing is actually to make money. It's not to cheerlead and be a fanboy of one coin. If you do that, you're not going to make as much money, and there's a good chance that you're going to lose money. The whole point here is you have to have the discipline to sell when the time comes. Let's say for Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, in the next bull run, once they quadruple or quintuple, you have to sell them and then buy another coin that hasn't quite mooned yet. Let's say Ethereum goes to $1,000. You think you can still go to 2,000, but you sell anyways. And let's just say that, for instance, VeChain has not actually started to go up yet, and then you buy into VeChain. Now, Ethereum could go up to $2,000 and you could lose out on that $1,000 gain, but after that, VeChain goes up from 0.4 cents maybe to like 5 cents, right? So it's a 10x gain. But however, you have to have the discipline to sell that VeChain too when it gets to around like 3 or 4 cents. But just because you jump from Ethereum to VeChain means that you will actually get a much higher percentage gain than if you just stuck with just Ethereum or VeChain. That's why you should diversify out into 6 or 7 coins, because if one group of those coins actually starts mooning, you can sell that and then trade for other coins that haven't quite mooned yet, because they don't all moon on the same day. It's a very easy calculation. If Ethereum is Ethereum's $200 right now, it goes to $2,000. If you stick with Ethereum all the way, and you have to sell at the exact top before it starts dropping, and it will start dropping because all these cycles start dropping. If 2,000 is the top, and you buy right now at $200, you get 10x. However, if you sell Ethereum at 1,000, you get 5x from Ethereum. You invest that into VeChain. VeChain goes from 0.4 cents to, let's say, 10 cents. But you sell at 4 cents because you can't really gauge the top. You got another 10x from VeChain. And remember, these figures are not additive, they're multiplicative. So the amount of ROI you got is actually 10x times 5x, which is 50x. And it's very unlikely that you'll get 50x from any of the top coins. Same thing for XRP or any of those, or even for something like VeChain. You're going to get a lot more ROI jumping from coin to coin. And like I said, you don't have to time it exactly right, or you don't even have to time it even close to right. Like, let's just say last time, right, Litecoin actually peaked at like $360, but you just needed to sell any time along the line. Like when Litecoin got up to $150, you buy it at $40, right? Because that's what it was before the whole bull run. You buy Litecoin at $40, it goes up to $150. So you didn't catch the top or even get anywhere near the top. You sold at 150, you missed more than half the bull run. But that's fine. But you took that LTC, and let's say you invested in Tron. Tron was 0.2 cents and it went up to 20 cents, but you don't have to sell at 20 cents. Let's just say you have 0.2 cents and you sold at 5 cents. So you got 20x. You actually got about 25x from Tron. Added to the 3x that you just got from Litecoin, you actually got about 75x, which is a lot better than if you tried to time Litecoin at the very top. So this strategy not only means you don't have to time it at the very top, it actually gives you a lot more leeway. And because we know that most of these coins actually do have some potential, a lot of these coins actually have potential, just identify 6 or 7 that you actually believe have potential, and swing trade and jump between them. When you see one coin go up 5 or 6x, sell it and buy another coin that hasn't started going up yet. Because like I said, Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin, XRP, a Cardano, Tron, they actually didn't all peak on the same day, and you don't have to sell anywhere near the peak to jump from coin to coin, and you will get much more ROI than if you just stuck with that one coin and try to sell at the peak. And plus, if you try to sell at the peak, you're most likely going to mess up and not sell at the peak anyways. So it doesn't make any sense not to diversify, not to try to jump from like slope to slope, not peak to peak. You're not going to be able to jump peak to peak because you don't know, you can't time it exactly, right? Unless you have insider information, which would make it illegal for you to trade. But if you can just jump from like mid mountain to mid mountain, you will actually make a lot more ROI than if you just wait for the peak of one coin. Yes, it is a little more work, but it's really not that much work if you really think about it. It's basically 1 or 2 trades, and you can guarantee yourself, well, not guarantee because nothing's guaranteed, and you can most likely get a lot more ROI than just sticking with coin and trying to sell at the top. Sticking with one coin and just trying to sell at the top is actually a very dangerous strategy because you can't really time it that well, and if you don't, you could suddenly crash down from like $3 XRP to $1 XRP very, very easily. Whereas if you have the discipline to say, oh, I'm going to sell when it 4x's, it gets to $1.04, you sell out, you buy another crypto, and then you sell that out when it 5x's, then you already have 20x, which is probably more than you're going to gain from either crypto by itself. The thing is, like I said, if you look at in terms of football, like trading and investing should not be like fandom in football. Fandom in football, you paint your face and then you go all in on one team. Trading should be more like fantasy football, because you just basically pick the winners and then you cheer for that person. You don't cheer for you may not cheer for the team overall, but you cheer for that one person, your coin, to actually go up. And then once that, if that player doesn't play on like Thursday or Friday, you have another player playing on Sunday, you cheer for that person that's playing on Sunday, because that's what jumping coin to coin is. You're basically trying to hedge your bets on a lot of coins, and basically you can jump from slope to slope, which is much easier than just trying to hang on and sell the peak for one coin. So trading should be a lot more like fantasy football, where you have a lot of teams, and once one team is done, or once one guy is done playing, you kind of just switch to another guy to put your marbles on the next day. Let's say I forgot who's a good running back. Le'Veon Bell gets you like 35 points in fantasy football, but he's not playing on Sunday anymore because he played on Thursday night or Friday night. I forgot when they actually play. Then you switch to, let's say, Matt Ryan, because he's actually playing on Sunday. So that's just jumping from one to the other. And then you basically pick up coins and you drop coins as you see fit. You don't just keep on cheering the same guy over and over again every single day, because a lot of guys aren't playing on every single day. If you do that for fantasy football and you basically pick all the players on one team, you're not going to win. You're really not going to win your fantasy football league. So think of trading and investing more like fantasy football, especially in cryptos, than actual fandom in football. Like, I like the Packers, but if I'm playing fantasy football, I'm not drafting the entire Packers roster because half of them suck. I'm going to draft the best players at each position, and that's what you actually should do with cryptocurrencies. So that is the strategy. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe, and please hit that bell notifications button. And also join me on my twice daily streams on weekdays and one daily stream on Saturday. That is it. And I would like to remind you that scientists have discovered that the Big Bang is equal in energy to one Chuck Norris roundhouse kick. Thank you and have a nice day.